Okay, while the poor boy potatoes is cooking in the air fryer, I decided I'd go ahead and show you how we do the potatoes. We took about 12 medium-sized potatoes, and you can see about that size on the potatoes. And we cut them up and made them in quarters or smaller, depending on how much size you want to cook them at. And then we put one big old onion in these also. And I'm going to season them with some salt and pepper. Put them in my dish first. And put them in my dish that I'm going to cook them in. Maybe overloaded this time. No, I don't think so. Okay, that looks good. All right, we put all those in the dish. Need to get my oven started because I'm going to cook these in the oven. I'm going to bake at 350, and I'm going to put them on for a couple hours. So I'm just going to start my oven so it'll be warmed up. Now, I'm going to season these potatoes with salt. And I just use my own judgment, so I try not to over salt because you can always put salt on them, but you can't take the salt off of them. So I don't try to over salt. And I have pepper. I put the pepper on them. And I like to use garlic, so I'm putting garlic on mine. Okay. Now when it comes to the amount of the seasonings that I put on these, you just have to use your own judgment because I don't measure my seasonings. I just go by what I think I need to put in there. So there's no teaspoon or tablespoon or anything like that. It's just what you feel like you want. Now what I'm doing next, I use this Country Crock plant butter. It's what we use as butter. We don't use any dairy products, so this is Country Crock plant butter. It's made out of plants. And I take this plant butter and I put it on these potatoes in cubes. Once again, I use the biggest share of a cube. But I kind of put it out like this because it makes it spread better. On this, I'm using the biggest share of a cube of butter. And I think that looks like it'd be plenty. Once again, I don't measure. I'm just putting in there what I think will be plenty to cook it with. So that's all set to go. Okay, now that I got my butter all on here and all my seasonings and everything, I'm going to put this tin foil on it because I don't have a lid for this particular dish, so I use tin foil. And I'm going to cover it up and close it up real good with the tin foil. And my oven's about ready, so I can just set it in the oven, and I'll cook it probably for a couple hours is what it'll take to cook it. Usually I cook them for 2 hours, and they get pretty well done by then. So, okay, our radishes have cooked now, or our poor boy potatoes, as Leon calls them. They're done, and we're going to take them out of the air fryer. As you can see, they're pretty well done, if you can see them. Now I'm going to take them and put them in this bowl over here. And then I'm going to put the rest of this butter down in them. A little bit more seasoning, just to make them a little better. So. Okay. Once again, that's plant butter I seasoned with. Now they're ready to go, as you see. See?
Oh, that looks good, Judy. I'll tell you what, folks. You'll just have to try these. You won't believe how good they are. Now you can cook them with potatoes and radishes and onions all together if you want to. We just kept these separate so that the folks could eat some tomorrow night.
Can't beat the cost or price. Now I'm setting those aside. My potatoes have cooked now for 2 hours and they're ready to come out also. Now I've cooked them for 2 hours at 350. As you see, they're well done.
Oh, Judy, them looks good. I know they are. We eat them all the time. Well, folks, if you like this video, punch a button, ring the bell, subscribe. And guess what? We'll come back with another video. One of these days it'll cool off and we'll get outside and make some videos.